Hi coloring friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my August coloring wrap up. It was a fairly good coloring month actually, although I had to really cut myself off at the end. I wanted to get done all of the pages from my game for August, and I was not able to do that, unfortunately, despite my best efforts. But I just had to tell myself, okay, this is it. The month's over. You've done all you can, and that has to be good enough. So let's go ahead and get into what I did finish in August. I actually got a whip done in this Cute Mandalas book by Apsi Suminasiri. I love this book. It is so cute. I think it doesn't matter your coloring skill. I think any of these pages colored in any way is going to end up amazing and cute. So that's one of my favorite things about this book. This page I did in, let me come a little closer here. I used Starjoy colored pencils primarily, and then there's gel pen on the sprinkles, and then the cupcakes have a bit of metallic, like pearlescent paint on them. It's maybe a little hard to see. So I think it turned out adorable. Very happy with that one, and it was nice to have a whip finish too. So good to get back to some old things and finally wrap them up. And yeah, like I said, I love this book. I've done a few pages in it actually, and uh, just really like working in it. Good paper, um, fun images, and all of that. So highly recommend this book if you don't have it in your collection already. It's definitely a fun one. And that is the Cute Mandalas by Apsi Suminasiri. And this is, the next one I did is in Color Morphia by Kirby Rosanis. It's actually technically my very first finished Kirby page. Well, all right, we'll get into that. Come out a bit here. So this was a family pick in my game, and my daughter chose for me this double page spread. And as you can see, I did not do the second page on it, but I am still considering this a finished page because technically I finished this one page. I know it's a double page spread, so it may be cheating a little bit, but I'm going with it. So this one I used, I think it was mostly Prismacolor pencils on the jellyfish. I used and I actually did a video showing this. It was a mini travel watercolor paint set by Royal and Langnickel that I got from Walmart, and I did a video showing how it worked. Um, I think my watercolor painting could probably use a little work, but I mean, overall for water, I think it works. That it's not the most seamless of transition of color and all of that. Really love how this turned out though. I think it's really pretty and it was definitely fun to work on. The bubbles and the scales of the jellyfish have a metallic paint on them. Let's see if I can get that to reflect through a little bit. And my plan is to eventually do this side of the page, this jellyfish in warm tone colors. I chose primarily cool tone colors on this side, and then this will be like my reds, yellows, oranges on this side. The water background I'll do the same, use the same palette on. Um, I'm I think it's going to take me a little bit to get back to this because I was just had my fill of coloring this jellyfish for now, but I will get back to it eventually, and that's the plan for it, is warm tones, cool tones, and then same background for both. So I think it's going to end up looking really cool when it's all done. Um, But yeah, I was excited to get this page finished. It was quite the undertaking. I said in my watercolor video that this was almost like doing a seek and find, because I would color one type of flower or leaf or tentacle and then look for all the rest of them that were the same, and then I think I'd found them all, and then I'd sure enough find another one. So it was definitely a challenge, but a fun one. So that was the finished half a page, I guess, that I did in Color Morphia by Kirby Rosanis. Then I have Color of Daydreams by Nicolette Delafray, and this is a favorite coloring book of mine. I chose this one in my game for an element on the cover, since there's water here. And I had already actually finished very early on in the month the title page here. Let me come out just a little bit because I'm not getting all of it on the screen. This book is a little bit taller than some of the other ones. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, so I finished this title page here. I can't remember the pencils I used with it, but it was fun. I love the paper in this. I think it works great. And then the other, so I was going to count this one either way as, finishing met that game requirement. But I also really wanted to finish a whip that I had going in here, and that was this page here. And I did get that one done too. So I was really, really happy about that. Once again, I cannot remember. Oh, I think these were Castle Arts. I used Castle Art pencils. And then the sky is actually just chalk pastel for the background. So that was super fun to do. I think it turned out really nice, and I'm happy with it. So I especially like the windmills. I think they turned out nice. And yeah, I'm very excited to do more in this book. I really, really love it. Like I said, the paper's great. The illustrations are gorgeous. I'd love to do this one. Kind of wish I had gotten to that more in the summer, but I guess it could work for any time. But it looks a lot of fun to color. So yeah, that was what I completed in Colors of Daydreams by Nicolette Delafray. And I think she has an Colors of Autumn maybe on her Etsy shop. I really would love to get that for fall coloring. We'll see. And the next one I worked on is Johanna Basford, Worlds of Wonder. This was another pick for my game. It was, I'm trying to think. Oh, it was the pet shoes. That's what it was. I had my puppy pick between 3 books. They all happened to be Johanna Basford books that I had not worked in at all. And he chose this one. And I did this page in it. It was, again, Prismacolor pencils, and then I did use a metallic paint to paint sort of the background area of the wheels. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a metallic paint. It was a gel pen, the Uniball gel pen, and it was in a silver. So I thought that would be a pretty background for the rainbowy flowers in there. So that was definitely a really fun one to work on. Just easy, quick, and I know I did it in a day, I think. Or at least the coloring in the day, and then the next day I did the gel pen parts. But yeah, that one was really fun to do. And I got a page done in this book, which is nice, because I don't like having books sitting on my shelves that I haven't touched. But all right, next one is Whimsy Girls Through the Decades, and that's by Hannah Lynn. This was a newer book for me, and this is another first page done in the book. And once again, one that I picked for my game. It was the person on it. I got the prompt person on the cover. So I chose this book and I decided to do this baseball player here. And I had just watched a League of Their Own not long ago with my daughter and decided that I wanted to make her look like one of the uh, one of the girls in the movie. So that is what I based her colors off of. And I did use some metallic paint on the stars in the background. And I did do a marker base on some of it. You can see here. And of course the background was all marker also. And then added shading over top of that. And it was a lot of fun. Always love coloring Hannah Lynn pictures. So that was a lot of fun and got another first page done in this book too. And that is in Whimsy Girls Through the Decades by Hannah Lynn. And we have another first page in a book and another one of my game picks. This was a free choice, and I have this book on my 23 to work on in 23 stack, and I hadn't touched it yet, so I thought I need to get this in somewhere so at least at the end of the year I can say I've colored a page in each of those books. So I picked it and I did this first page here and just all in pencil. I don't remember which set I used. Yeah, I can't remember which pencils I used here, but this one took a while. These are very intricate color by numbers, and I love them because they turn out so beautifully. Just by the way he lays out the pattern and the numbers of colors and all of that. It just naturally comes out looking beautiful in the end, but it does take a while to get all the little tiny lines and details in there. But it was definitely fun to do. That is, I'm sorry, I don't think I said Creative Havens Glorious Gardens by George Tufexis. And I have a couple of his color by numbers, and I really love them. They take a little bit of a time investment to get them done. And then the last one is another color by number. It is in Coloring Quest, and I had done one in here last month, and I thought, it's out. I'm gonna just have some fun and do this one too. This is my first one I've done that's a triangle shape number spot, which was interesting. And this one was so fun. It was just fun, colorful, easy, very satisfying to see get completed for sure. Um, and that is it. That is all I completed um, in August. Actually, you know what? I have one more whip that I worked on for my game. Let me grab that real quick. All right, this was my challenge pick for in my game, and it is the Christmas Fun Grayscale by Kimberly Hawthorne. And the reason why it's a challenge is because I struggle to color in this heavy of a grayscale. So I made it a challenge for myself in the game. I happened to pull that one, and I started working on this page here. Which I've made because there's so much snow, and I don't think I'm going to do a lot with the snow because it's already white and shaded. I've made some pretty good progress in what's left to color on the page. I need to finish the scarf up here and color the fence. I've got a few birds I need to color, and then I do want to do some kind of color on the sky in the background there. And then I think that will do it. So I've already done all of the different branches and twigs and blades of grass and the leaves and greenery in the front foreground of the picture. So yeah, just a little bit more. You can see I was already making my way through the scarf here. Um, and the only thing I don't love, or that I think is so hard, is the gray background, or the gray shading really muddies the colors. Like these were very bright reds that I was using, and no matter how I changed up how dark or light I went with the pressure and how I mixed the three shades I was using, I even popped some white on top to kind of add a highlight back in, and it was just whatever that gray print on the page just kind of muddies up the colors. So, like these cardinals here, you can see they just ended up kind of muddied. Um, so I don't know if that's something I'm doing or if it's just the nature of that ink on the page that's just what happens. Um, but either way, I am almost done, close to being done with this picture, so I will keep working on it through September and try to get it done too. Um, and at least I dove into it, so there's that. And that is it. That is all I've colored in the month of August. So, like I said, not a bad month. I definitely enjoyed what I colored. I'm happy with what I worked on. I wish I could have gotten to, there were two other things that I had from the game that I didn't get to. I will go over all of that when I play the game for September, if you're interested in seeing what I didn't get to. But thank you so much for being here today, checking out what I worked on in August. I hope you're having a great September, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.